friends, welcome back to the channel. It is your girl Brandy. If you are new here, if you're not, hey girl, hey, welcome back. As you guys can see, I've been doing some reading today. And I've actually been like heavy in my reading bag since the year started. And when I say heavy, like last month I think I read 11 or 12 books. In January I know I read about between 8 to 10 books. So I've been heavy in my reading bag. So I figured, why not track how much I can read in a week? So as you can tell by the title of this video, I'm tracking how much I can read in a week. Now, I am currently reading 3 books. 3. So this vlog is not going to be centered around one particular book. It's just going to be real life, how I get my reading done. Literally. A realistic, how much I read in a week and how. Because I stagger my reads, especially if I'm reading like a physical or ebook. I stagger them. So I might read 50% of a book. And then once I get to 50%, I will start a second book. And then once I get about 70-80% in that first book, then I will go ahead and start a third book. My third book is usually almost always a audiobook. I never read 3 with my eyes at one time. I can only do a max of 2, and I only do 1 audiobook at a time because I'll be watching other things. I'll be watching y'all. I'll be watching y'all's YouTube channel. So I don't have that much time to dedicate to audiobooks, but I've been requesting a lot of them here lately, and so I just wanted to come and talk about what I'm going to be reading in this vlog. So of course you guys already know, in my last vlog, literally just the last vlog, I was telling you guys that I am buddy reading this book here, and it's called The Thing About Home by Rhonda McKnight. I am doing this as a buddy read with one of my Bookstagram mutuals, and I had to pause on the last vlog, and that's why I never came back with like detailed bookish updates, because I had to pause on this read. Now I'm picking it back up. Because today is day 3. And honestly, even if she doesn't want to do like the chapter breakdown like we originally planned, because I think now she just wants to read it and then discuss it at the end of the week, I'm just going to go ahead and continue doing the chapter breakdown like I planned, because it actually helps me get this book done. Excuse me, sir. Go play in your room. Yeah, so our chapter breakdown will actually help me get this book done by the end of the week. So if you did not watch my last vlog, this book is basically about a influencer. She is a beauty and lifestyle influencer, and she was prepping for her 7-year vow renewal. She was actually having a ceremony because she did not have a wedding ceremony when she initially got married to her husband. And yeah, so she got stood up at the altar. Not technically stood up at the altar, but he came and he was like, yeah, I don't want to renew our vows. I want to get a divorce. And so the girl went live on her Instagram page, and it was the crappiest live anybody can do. And then she decided that she was going to take a break from work, which is influencing, and she is going to go search for her father's side of the family so that she can learn more about her father's side of the family, because her mom does not give her any information about her dad's side of the family. So this is dual timeline, which I love. So we get current time, and then we get way back in the 1800s. So some historical fiction is being incorporated in this book, and y'all, I'm loving it. So I did pick it back up today, and I read 2 chapters on my lunch break. My lunch break is literally only 30 minutes, and because I take my lunch break in my cart, it's technically 25 minutes because I have to give myself 5 minutes to walk back to work. So I read 2 chapters in 25 minutes. The chapters are really easy to read. They're short. And I'm really, really loving this story. So that's how much of this I got done. Tonight, I am going to read, how many more chapters of this? I gotta find where my stopping point is because I put sticky notes. Oh, this book is damaged. Oh, wow. Y'all, look at that. Oh, my goodness. And I wonder if I did this. Oh, my God. Did I do that? I don't know. But anyway, I got to read into chapter 19. So I still got 4 more chapters to read. So this is what I'm going to be reading as soon as I turn this camera off. Okay? So that I can get caught up on that. The next book that I'm reading, which you guys see me starting to vlog off with on my Kindle, is an e-arc. And it is called Hooked on You by Cara V. Bello. And this is book 2 of the Book at the Bar series. And it is an interconnected series. And they can be read as standalone. And I noticed as of lately, all of the arcs that I got are like book 2 in a series. I need to pay more attention to that. Even though all of them been interconnected series, because most romance novels are interconnected series, so you can read them as standalones, but most of the arcs that I've gotten have been book 2 of the series, so I really need to pay attention. But I'm 71% in of that one, so that's why I went ahead and started that one on March the 1st. I'm on chapter 21. Now this story is so good, y'all. This is a romance novel. It's considered an erotica novel, heavy on the smut. If you do not like smut, this ain't gonna be for you. This is for the girlies that smoke some illegal stuff and like smut. If you look at this, if y'all see this, okay, so look at the cover of this book. The stuff that is going on in this book, you would not think that from the cover of this book. Okay, you're gonna look at this cover and be like, this is probably some cheesy romance. No, this is not some cheesy romance. So this is what's happening in the stories. The guy, his name is Brian. Brian and Casey meets at this smoking convention. It's like a cabin type of stay for the whole weekend, and all they doing is smoking. And they meet there and they're kicking it, they're vibing, they're vibing. And then the next day my guy proposes to her, and she like, hold on now, I just met you yesterday. No, I can't marry you. And so he instantly falls in love with her. And she like, no, I can't marry you, but we could be friends. And he was like, nah, I don't want to be friends. So they leave, and then they end up running into each other a year later at an airport. They exchange numbers, and then they try to start hanging out and stuff again. Now, Casey, she is a pole dancer. She does pole dancing classes. She's getting ready to open up her own pole dancing studio, and she is living in Atlanta. She is from Atlanta. And Brian, he is a country boy. His father is white and his mom is black, like black, like silk press in the wintertime black. And he's from Nashville, Tennessee. So, they linking and just trying to have fun or whatever. And the story goes from there. Casey, she's one of those fun girls. She don't really want to be in a relationship. She just likes to have fun. Whereas Brian, he's obviously the falls in love at first sight type of guy. So we're just following them two to kind of see if their friendship is even going to become something. We don't know. And y'all, we get, like I said, a lot of smut. Like, some of the sex scenes I'm having to skip because it's a lot. Like, and when I went to Storygraph to kind of check what genre, it was under erotica. So, and yeah, that plays out. It does. And a lot of smoking. They be rolling up throughout the book. Cover of this book, y'all wouldn't have thought. I didn't think. I just thought I was finna get into some cutesy little 1-2 step. No, ma'am. But it's a good time. I'm having fun. So I really want to get this finished before Wednesday. Today is Monday, by the way. I'm gonna go the whole week. So I really want to get this done by Wednesday, because y'all, over on Bookstagram, they said it is March Madness, okay? Because we got a lot of arcs we need to finish. And the goal is to finish all of my arcs before all of my spring summer releases come out, because I'm not getting any more arcs. Like, I'm not getting any more arcs unless they're due like at the end of the year. If they're not due by the end of the year, I don't want them to get somebody else to do it. So next is an audiobook that I'm reading. And I actually been putting this one off. I had got it from Libby in February, but I was reading books by Black authors only in February. So I was just like, send it to me later. And it's Saving Noah by Lucinda Berry. And of course, this is a thriller. And y'all, let me give y'all the synopsis for this one. So it says, meet Noah, an honor roll student, award-winning swimmer, and small town star destined for greatness. There weren't any signs that something was wrong until the day he confesses to molesting little girls during swim team practice. He's sentenced to 18 months in a juvenile sexual rehab center. His mother, Adrienne, refuses to turn her back on him despite his horrific crimes, but her husband won't allow Noah back into their home. In a series of shocking and shattering revelations, Adrienne is forced to make the hardest decision of her life. Just how far will she go to protect her son? Y'all, I'm 50% into this one. I started it today, and I'm just waiting to see what the plot twist gonna be, because the way Adrienne is such an unlikable character, I already know the plot twist is gonna be a real big plot twist dealing with her, because she is like such an unlikable character. Because if your son confessed to this, why are you acting like he didn't do nothing? And he told you he did. And he gave you the details. And I know us mamas love our boys, but like, he didn't lie. He's one of those boys. He's a good boy. He did not lie to you. He came straight up and said, yeah, I did it. And yes, I deserve to be in rehab. But the mama is the Lulu. She get mad at people for being mad at him about it. She get mad at all the stuff that he has to do now that he's getting out of this rehab center. She get mad because no lawyer want to work with them. She get mad because her friends don't want to hang with her no more. Like, she just get mad because the whole community was like, yeah, we don't want nothing to do with you or your family anymore. Meanwhile, the dad is like, yeah, I feel them. Like, no. And I don't want him around our daughter. Put a lock on the door. Like, no. And he shouldn't even be able to come back here. So, she's the Lulu. Something wrong with her. And I know when a plot twist starts to twist, we gonna twist. She gonna be the one twisting around. It's gonna be her or the dad. So far so good. It's a short read too, because I think the audiobook was like less than 7 hours. So I should be finished with that one by tomorrow, and then we'll see what else I pick up. But as far as tonight goes, I'm about to get back into the thing about home. read my chapters, the next 4 chapters for that, and then I'm gonna finish my night out with Hooked on You. I've been reading this right before bed, and then I've been reading it while I do my cardio in the morning. So when I have another update of how many pages or how far along I am, then I'll be back. Hey y'all, so it's officially Tuesday and I wanted to come with my Monday's reading stats before I head off to work. So I started saving Noah on yesterday and I did 54% of that. It's an audiobook. So 54% of that. The goal for saving Noah is to be done today. But that's depending on how many YouTube videos I need to watch while I'm at work today. So yeah. But if I can get that done today, that'd be good because that's one of my Libby holds. And Libby is dropping my books like hot tamales. So I'm just like, girl, why would you decide to be toxic right now? So I did read my 6-7 chapters last night of The Thing About Me, and that was 51 pages. Y'all, the story is getting good. She's getting some revelation and she's getting a little bit more insight. So the story is really getting good. I feel like we are in the meat and potatoes now, and I'm guessing that's about 45% in. I don't know. And then the arc that I'm reading called Hooked on You, y'all, that clip I showed y'all last night, as soon as I recorded that clip, I dropped my Kindle and I fell asleep. And when I say I dropped it, I literally dropped it on the floor. My husband had to pick it up and I went to sleep because I was exhausted. So I only read 24 pages of Hooked on You last night, but I did wake up this morning and I did not put it on the camera. I did cardio this morning, so of course I read some this morning, so I'll give you guys the stats on that later on. But I literally just picked up wherever the clip left off last night this morning. So I did read a few chapters this morning. I think I'm about 82% done with that book, and I really want to be finished with that book no later than tomorrow. So for Monday's stats, I read a total of 75 pages. It is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I just realized I sat down and I don't have my glasses on, but that's gonna be okay because I'm not that blind. So reading updates, reading stats from yesterday. I finished Hooked on You. I read pages 181 to 218, so that was a total of 37 pages read. And then I read The Thing About Home. Now, the thing about home is that I did not read the 6-7 chapters that I was supposed to read. I didn't get really, well, I guess you could say I did get sleepy, but I wasn't tired of reading. I just wanted to pause so that I can go and chill with my husband before I fell asleep. But I wasn't tired of reading. I got 2 short chapters left, so I might just do that this morning, like when I get to work. But I did read 39 pages of this, and it's getting really good. It's getting really good. Like, pick this book up, y'all. I don't want to give y'all too much information about it because I don't want to spoil it for you guys. I already gave y'all the synopsis, but it's getting really good. And let me swing back over to Hooked on You. So Hooked on You was very good as well. It ended really well. Lots of character development because the female main character was pissing me off with the whole I want to date multiple people. She had a lot going on. Like, she wanted to date multiple people. She was trying to open up her pole dancing studio. Um, she didn't have all her ducks in a row for neither one of those situations. Like, people who don't have their ducks in a row, they always got some standards. Like, baby, chill. But it was tons of character development for her, and I was so excited about that. There was also some character development for the male main character, Brian, which I am very excited. I was very excited and happy to see, because at first he was allowing Casey to play in his face. And I'm like, dude, I know you ain't stupid. Like, dude. So there was some character development for him, and I was so excited. I was literally cheering him on, because I'm like, don't let this girl play in your face like that. So yeah, it was a very good, fun read. Again, like I said, this is for the girlies that smoke, because you will be able to appreciate that kind of stuff going on in the novel. This is for the girlies that love smut, that be reading and be like, okay, when is it coming? It's coming. It's coming. This this one is for you. Don't let the cover of this book fool you. It was really, really good. Like I always say, I'm gonna circle the block and read book number 1, because one of my bookish mutuals, she has the arc for this as well, and she decided to read book number 1 before she got into book number 2, which is not required, but she wanted to, and she was like, yeah, it's a good time. So I think this is just how the author writes. Like, she makes sure we have a good time with our reading experience. So I love that. So by the time this video come out, that book will be out. Y'all go get it. It's on KU. Buy the paperback, whatever format you want. Go get it. It's really, really good. Do not let that cover fool you. I promise you it's a good time. So between those two, I read a total of 76 pages. Now, I did not finish Saving Noah yesterday, but I just finished it this morning. So I started at 50 something percent, and then I ended up stopping at 96% yesterday, which was like a total of 42% read. But then I woke up this morning and I finished the last 15 minutes of the audiobook. So that'll be in my Wednesday stats. And then I also started a new book. It's a new arc. It's called A Certified Love. I'll put the cover on the screen because it's kind of dark. And it's by, I think it's Coffee Wise. And it is about, first of all, it's dual POV. So it's about two characters. One, the female main character, her name is Nikayla. The female main character name is Nikayla. She is a life coach, and she does a life coaching business with her best friend. And she is single. She's 33 years old. And she's just living her life. And then we have a male main character named Desmond. Desmond and Nikayla used to date when they were in college. They had a bad breakup. And Nikayla had planned a surprise birthday party for her friend. And they all went to school together. So, of course, Desmond was going to be there. And she didn't know. Like, she didn't know he was going to be there until, like, the very last minute. So of course he was going to be making an appearance, because why not? So he makes this appearance, and her friend Jess, that she helped throw a surprise party for, ends up getting engaged, proposed to at her birthday party. So because Nikayla is really good at like planning, because she's a life coach. So in order to be a life coach, you got to be really good at planning and stuff like that. And she likes to plan birthday parties and events for the clients that her best friend has in their business. So Jess was like, how about you just plan and throw my engagement party, because I'm gonna need an official engagement party to make the announcement to my parents and to make the announcement to our close friends, because everybody didn't come to my birthday party. And she was like, yeah, that's cool, I'll do that. And then she was like, and me and I forget her fiance's name, Jay. She was like, and yeah, and so me and Jay think that Desmond can help you with the party, because Desmond used to throw parties in college all the time, and so why not? And she was like, okay, like, you want me to plan your engagement party with my ex? All right. So Desmond, he was kind of hesitant as well, because he's a single father, so we got a single father trope. He just moved back to the city that where everybody is from. I forget the city. And he is trying to adjust. Him and his 7-year-old, he's trying to get adjusted to moving back to his old city. So he's like, I don't know if I got a lot of time to, help plan a party, but I guess. So that's where we are in the story. So basically, old lovers turned associates, probably finna turn friends, probably finna turn lovers again. So yeah, I'm excited about this one. Write Us Out is really good. This is my first novel by this author. Of course, this is an e-arc. I read 2 chapters while I was doing cardio this morning, so I will continue to pick this book up throughout the day. So today's focus is going to be this one and this one. So these 2 are going to be the focus. I do have another audiobook that was given to me by Libby on yesterday, but I don't think I want to start it because it's a romance novel. And both of these, like, this has romance / historical fiction, kind of more on a contemporary side, I believe, but then A Certified Love is definitely going to be a romance novel. So I'm like, I might need to hold off on that next audiobook and just focus on these. And then once I finish The Thing About Home, which I'm hoping to be finished by the end of the week, then I will pick up something else. So yeah, those are my reading updates for yesterday and so far today. You know what? I just thought about it. I didn't tell y'all how I felt about Saving Noah. It was mid to me. It was very mid. The plot twist, I tried to guess the plot twist, and usually when you try to guess the plot twist of a book and it doesn't happen the way that you guessed, it can either make or break the story. For me, it didn't really break it, but the book was very mid. It's not something I rave about. It's actually not something I'm posting a review about on my Bookstagram page, because it was just mid. Like, it was a good listen. It was a good time while I was listening to it, but it's not something I'm going to rave about. And if you guys read Saving Noah, I know there's been a lot of conversation about the twist and the decision that the mom had to make. I can understand both sides of that. I can understand the decision she made, and then I can also understand why people was upset about the decision that was made. So ultimately, the book was okay. I mean, if you want to read it, I suggest just not wasting your eye time and just listen to it via audiobook. It was okay. I don't see myself really looking to read anything else from the author unless somebody tell me, like, yeah, this one was really good. Hey you guys, happy Thursday. Sorry about this angle, but I just pulled up at work and I wanted to give y'all my reading stats for Wednesday. So Wednesday, I read 2 books. I read A Certified Love, and I started that yesterday when I was on the treadmill. I told you guys that I read 28 pages of A Certified Love on yesterday. And then I read from the book that I was buddy reading, because I got communication from my buddy reader yesterday that she is not feeling the book right now. You know how we are, mood readers. Life is life, and this book is just not hitting for her at the moment. So she's not reading it as fast as she wanted to. So I'm going to be reading it independently now, which is cool. It's cool. It's all right. It's whatever. You know, life be lifing for everybody. And that's kind of why I don't like to commit to buddy reads, because I don't want to hold anybody up, because, child, life be lifing. But yesterday I read, let's see how many pages I read from this book. Oh, I read 60 pages. So I read a total of 88 pages on yesterday. I did wake up and do cardio this morning, so I did read from A Certified Love while I was doing cardio. And you know, if you don't pick up your Kindle while you are doing cardio, now I don't know about the elliptical, but if you do the treadmill, the stair stepper or stairmaster, whatever you call it, or the bike, get your Kindle, pull your Kindle out and see how much you could get done while doing your cardio. Or do an audiobook. I was doing audiobooks really heavy last year when I was working out, but I stopped because I noticed that while I'm listening to the audiobook, I am also scrolling social media while on the cardio machine. And I can't scroll social media, pay attention to what's going on there, and then pay attention to what's going on in my ear as far as an audiobook. So I had to stop doing that. So yeah, but if you have a Kindle and you work out consistently and you want to get more reading done and you can't figure out a way to get more reading done, bring your Kindle with you to the gym or on your cardio machine if you work out at home like I do now, and see how much you can get done. I love pulling up my Kindle while doing the treadmill. I don't like pulling out my Kindle when I'm doing the Stairmaster, because I really be trying to concentrate on what I'm doing, and I do little specific workouts when I'm on the Stairmaster. But when I'm doing cardio at home, it's on my treadmill, and so I pull out that Kindle. I've even brought a physical book with me to the gym and read it on my on the treadmill. But the thing with that is, child, trying to flip them pages and making sure you don't trip and fall, that's not a good idea unless you doing you walking really, really slow. And I walk on I do a brisk walk at 3.7 speed. So I could not. I do a brisk walk at 3.7 speed, and then I do a light jog at 4.5, and then if I'm doing sprints, it's 5.0 and up. Ain't no way I'm going to be flipping pages with a physical book. So 0 out of 10, do not recommend. But yeah, those are my stats for today. Today is Thursday. Like I said, I did read from my Kindle while doing cardio today. And I do plan to read more from this throughout the day. Sometimes I cannot record when I'm reading, because a lot of times if I have some type of downtime at work, or if I'm doing my lunch break in my office, I'm not going to pull the camera out. I'm trying to refrain from recording in the workplace, because my fear is somebody finding me on social media and see I'm filming content in my office, because while I'm an ethical employee, I'm not going to record while I'm on their clock. They don't know that, So I try not to pull the camera out when I'm actually inside of the building. If I'm in my car, then yeah. But when I'm inside of the building, even if I'm not on the clock, I try not to pull my camera out, because baby, don't find my page and think I ain't doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Because I do what I'm supposed to do. Y'all, this is not a reading update. I'm popping in because I just got an email from Simon Team accepting me into their influencer program. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. Hey y'all, I am so sorry we're meeting like this again. But again, I just got to work. And y'all, have y'all ever pulled up to work and feel like you didn't get the memo that we were taking off today? Why the parking lot empty? Why is it empty? Where's everybody? Today is the Friday before spring break for the kids in our area. So, you know, spring break is one of those breaks where families are taking their kids out to the beach for spring break. So a lot of people take off, but I don't, because we're not going to the beach. Me and my husband going to work. The kids are leaving though. So yeah, there's that. But anyway, it's Friday, y'all. I'm happy it's Friday. I'm happy it's Friday. And I'm also excited because I popped in yesterday and I told you guys that I am officially a Simon Team influencer. So happy, so excited. Number one, I love Simon Team. I've been subscribed to them for a while, and I've been having access to read free ebooks from them for a while, like obviously from the YA genre, because they promote YA novels. And I just love it there, right? I love it. So when I seen there was an opportunity to sign up to be on their influencer team for this part of the year, I was like, let me just try it. I was going to have imposter syndrome and not try it, because you start looking at numbers when it's time to apply for things like that. And I barely have 2K on my Bookstagram page. My Bookstagram and my Booktube is neck and neck with the numbers. They're about the same when it comes to subscribers and followers, versus the people who has been in the game for a long time with triple that, right? So I'm just like, what if they don't pick me? But they did. So I'm so excited about that. I'm excited because I get to continue reading from my favorite YA authors, be introduced to new YA authors and genres, because why not pick up a YA fantasy novel, right? And then, being that I buddy read with my baby girl, we have the opportunity to venture off to new authors and things. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I know that has nothing to do with this video, but I probably won't mention it again in another video or anything, unless I am reviewing a book or whatever. But let's talk about stats. So I didn't write anything down. Usually I do. I didn't read anything this morning because it was a rest day for me, so I did not get up and read. But yesterday I did read from A Certified Love, and I think I left off on 28 pages the day before yesterday. So I did read from it yesterday, and I read up to page 53. So y'all do the math. I'll put the math here on the screen, because yeah. And then I'm almost done with A Thing About Home. I actually should be done with this on today, which plays out correctly because that's how I scheduled my chapters. So yesterday I read from pages 260 to 316. So about 56 pages read from the book yesterday. So I did about the typical 70-ish, 80-ish average in pages like I will typically do throughout the week. I do plan on finishing this one today. Then I want to continue reading A Certified Love to just finish out the week. So yeah, I hope you guys, whatever day you're watching this, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I'm happy it's Friday. It's been a week. My son is sick again. Daycare got him sick again, and I hate it because y'all know he was just sick last month, and he left with his grandparents last month while he's sick, and they coming to get him again now, and he's sick again. So I just hate that. I hate it so much, but you know, they don't mind nursing him back to good health. But I'm like, I hate that every time they're picking him up, he's sick, you know. And he's not down and out sick. He just has a cold, so he's just coughing, but the boy is still playing and still toddling. So it ain't like he's just down and out, but we have to make sure we're cleaning his nose frequently because the runny nose, and of course he has another harsh cough. So yeah, but that just comes with daycare. Okay, we didn't have to deal with this with baby girl because at his age she wasn't in daycare. She was at home with family members while we worked. She didn't have to go to daycare, so I was very grateful for that. But whole new ball game. But yeah, so that's all I got for this update on today. I'll be back tomorrow with my final updates and calculating how many pages I read this week. I think I did pretty good this week, knocking out as many books as I did. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Happy Saturday, guys. So I'm back with my final stats for the reading week, and I felt like I had a pretty good reading week. I did complete 2 books that I started the vlog off with. Two books that I was already in the middle of, so I completed those 2. I started a new audiobook and I completed that during this week. So I felt like 3 books completed this week was pretty good. So let's just break down my stats for Friday. So on Friday, I read 43 pages of The Thing About Home, which completed this book. And y'all, this book ended so beautifully. Like, I went to my Amazon cart and was like, what else do I have in my cart that I can order from her today? By Rhonda McKnight. Rhonda McKnight, yes, my girl. This story flows so well. Like, the pacing, I would say it wasn't slow paced, but it wasn't super fast. It was literally like medium paced. We got character development. We got a good plot. The plot was really, really good. We got the historical fiction part of it. So with her going back home and learning about her dad's side of the family, like, a lot of things came out that she had to learn about. And so that's what really brought out the historical fiction side of it. I loved it. I love the author's note. I read the author's note. She did a great amount of research for the historical fiction portion of this story. Not only that, a lot of this stuff was based upon her story, some of her story. She incorporated it into this book. So I feel like she did such a great job with this book. And I feel like if you are into historical fiction or you love dual point of views, then this is going to be right up your alley. So I did finish this, and it was 43 pages. And then I read some more of A Certified Love. And I started on, I think, like page 50 something, and I ended up reading 59 pages of this last night. So that left a total of 102 pages read on yesterday, which is very good for me, because on Fridays, I know a lot of people like to kick off their weekends on Friday evenings, starting their new books, getting their new reads together for the weekend. But for me, I am so used to just coming home, decompressing, and passing out. I didn't realize that with the kids leaving yesterday that I would actually have time to read. I was a little scared about that, but I did. And so I'm happy about that. So if we do a recap, on Monday, I did 50% of an audiobook, 75 pages physically. On Tuesday, 40% of an audiobook, 76 pages physically. On Wednesday, 4% of an audiobook. I finished that, which was Saving Noah, 88 pages physically. I think either Tuesday I finished Hooked on You. I believe I finished Hooked on You on Tuesday. And then on Thursday, I read a total of 81 pages physically between these two here. And then on Friday, I read 102 pages physically between these two here. And so that brought me to a total of 422 pages read physically, and then 257 pages read via audiobook, which is a total of 679 pages read this week. So I think that's really good. For someone that has a 9-to-5, has children, has a household to run, being able to finish 2 books, start a new book, you know, doing life, work it out and all of the things, I think that's pretty good. And so I'm excited about that. So yeah, that is pretty much the end of this vlog. I really just wanted to track a realistic reading week for myself and kind of give you guys some insight of how I get my reading done, like while I'm doing cardio, downtime at work, lunchtime at work, in the evening times when I get home from work. Like, that's literally how I squeeze my reading in. I mostly get my reading in during the week. On the weekends, I'm literally running errands and creating content for you guys and, you know, doing the things. I don't really have time to sit down and really read a book unless I'm doing it via audio while I'm doing my chores and stuff. So yeah, y'all let me know what you would typically average when it comes to reading in a week. If you average 5 pages, that's good. You know, incorporating reading is not an easy task to do, no matter if you have kids, no kids, job, no job, no matter where you are in life. Incorporating reading, like, in order to get reading done, you do have to incorporate it and make it like a part of your daily lifestyle. However, we all have things. Everybody is grown and we have lives to live. So sometimes we may not be able to incorporate our hobbies. So down in the comments, y'all let me know how much y'all can get read in a week, or how many books you could get read in a week. And if you got to the end of this video, make sure you say, hey girl, hey, in the comments. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, ta-ta.